All right, on the flip side of that, when it comes to Freddie Freeman, you mentioned, of course, he's a fan favorite, maybe not just in Atlanta, but also MLB. Are there some teams in the mix for his services here?
So the Dodgers and the Blue Jays right now are the front runners for Freeman, although both the Yankees and Tampa Bay are also in it. Remember, Freddie Freeman is a dual citizen of Canada and the United States. And if you remember in the World Classic, he actually played for the Canada team. The Blue Jays are going strong after him. If they were to sign him, Vladimir Guerrero would move to third base. The Blue Jays desperately need a left-handed bat. The Dodgers have been playing on Freddie Freeman because they lost Corey Seager in free agency to Texas, and they think that Freeman's similar to Seager in terms of being a 300 hitter with 30 homers and 100 RBIs with great leadership. And Tampa Bay, who desperately is trying to upgrade at first base, have been a surprise team involved in the negotiations as well. So that's where it stands at this hour, Brandon.
All right, of course, 32 years of age, but still has some value when it comes to playing on the diamond there. How about teams in pursuit of Kris Bryant, another name we talked about before the lockout here?
Well, Kris Bryant and the Colorado Rockies are in tense negotiations right now. In fact, ownership of the Rockies, Dick Monfort, has gotten involved in the negotiations with Scott Boras. Bryant could take a shorter-term deal there and regain his value by playing half his games in Coors Field. However, the Philadelphia Phillies are also playing on Kris Bryant. Kris Bryant grew up with Bryce Harper in Las Vegas. Their wives are very close. As couples, they do a lot together, and Harper is really pushing Dave Dombrowski, the president of baseball operations, to sign him. But it appears right now, after Seattle made that trade with Cincinnati yesterday, it appears it's down to Colorado or Philadelphia for Kris Bryant.
All right, we'll see how that pans out. And there's your list of top free agents. Him checking in at number 4. Jim, I'm curious, we're moving at a whirlwind pace since the lockout ended. I'm curious, what's the latest news around the league? Of course, with free agency kicking up in the gear, and opening day is April 7th.
Yeah, it is kicking up. Carlos Correa and the Astros are talking about a deal. It's going to be a shorter-term deal than originally expected, but it's going to include opt-outs so that Carlos Correa will have an opportunity to get back into free agency in a year or two, but he's going to get a high AAV, an AAV that's going to be higher than what Corey Seager and Francisco Lindor got, but it'll be a shorter-term deal, so it sounds like there's a little momentum there. And the Minnesota Twins have been engaged with Trevor Story, the next best shortstop on the free agent market, and they continue to work hard to try to land him to be their long-term answer at shortstop. In terms of the outfield class, the San Diego Padres are engaged with outfielder Seiya Suzuki, Michael Conforto, and Nick Castellanos. The White Sox continue to pursue for a right fielder. I think Michael Conforto would be a great fit there with his left-handed bat.
All right, some big names still out there trying to put pen to paper when it comes to those new deals and new teams. What's your expectations, though, when it comes to once the rosters begin to settle ahead of spring training here?
Well, it's going to be the last week of March. I'd look for the 28th, 29th, 30th of March before rosters really start to get settled, Brandon.
All right, we'll see how that pans out. Of course, Jim Bowden is always tapping in. Look, we're getting closer when it comes to everything kicking off, or MLB finally back. Opening day, April 7th. By the way, Jim Bowden tapping in for all the latest news there. Don't forget the guys of Fantasy Baseball today. Look, if you haven't drafted yet, you might want to start thinking about it. They can help you breaking it all down when it comes to Matt Olson and that deal, sending him to the ATL along with the mock draft, rounds 1 through 11. Download, give him a follow.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.